Welcome back to Wave, Save, Gave, Fave, Pave, Dave, Cave, Rave, Blue Storm. I'm Insetic, with me is Blank Tester.
Hey kids, how's it going?
And
Whatever.
yes, I did think about that for a while. Alright, so today we are doing the Expert Championship, the 7-day championship, the hardest one. And so, alright, we gotta think about our characters. You know, which one would be a good pick to get us through Expert Mode? Because I've talked quite a bit about, you know, some of the things you need to watch out for. And especially now, you need some good top speed so the AI doesn't pass you, but you still need decent acceleration. You need good maneuvering, handling. Stunts aren't super important, but you need someone with alright strength. Really, you need a jack of all trades. And so we're just going to go with Ryota Hayami here.
Oh, okay.
If you check other people's, expert championship videos, a lot of people pick Ryota. And I guess I'm another one, but he's just solid enough and decent enough at everything to get the job done. You know, you don't really want someone with weaknesses.
Is there a unique theme for each character when you pick them? I only just noticed.
Yeah, they've got those unique cards.
Well, no, I mean like the music.
Yes.
That was cool. That's a nice touch.
Yeah. So, Expert Mode, it's going to throw the most difficult versions of the tracks at you, and I would recommend picking Aspen Lake first, because this gives, just a good test of how well you can control your character. You know, it gives you some nice slaloms, but with some pretty thin areas you need to drive through. So if you are bouncing around and crashing around on, Aspen Lake, then you don't have control of your character enough, and you need to go work out with them some more, because, this is the hill I'm gonna die on. Even if nobody's firing at me, everyone agrees with me. I'm planning myself here, and I'm gonna die of dehydration or something.
Good.
But handling is so important, that how a character handles. For Expert Mode, you basically need to pick a character that you want to go through it with, and time trial all the tracks, a few times at least, and you really cannot pick any other character just to play around with at all. If you're working on getting through Expert Mode and you decide I want to do it with Ryota, then you almost really can't pick David and play around with maybe trying to get fastest lap on a normal circuit version, because
You kind of have to train yourself.
Yeah, you'll lose how Ryota handles, and from your brain and your fingertips.
Yeah, your muscle
and
memory.
You'll have to get back. So yeah, Ryota just feels right for me. Like I said, he feels right for a lot of people going for Expert Mode. He's good at turning, but he's not the best. He's not so precise that it kind of throws you off. He'll make normal turns, and then of course you can either lean into them or do the diagonal version if necessary. But yeah, you really do have to train yourself with someone. You have to prepare for getting through Expert Mode. And another thing I'd say is that it might be kind of counterintuitive. You might be thinking oh, I want to get the hardest tracks out of the way first. La Raza Canal is actually really hard on Expert Mode. I tried that. I was trying that, and I really wasn't getting good results. I kept screwing up that first race, feeling like I was already several steps behind, and just restarting and throwing away, the 4 or so minutes of footage that I'd recorded and having to start over and over again. So, in a way, it's almost better, I'd say, to maybe wait on some of those tracks and see where you are in the standings after a few races that you're more comfortable with, because maybe then you can have a bad race and still be fine.
Yeah, kind of give yourself a little bit of wiggle room so that you don't have to put the pressure on for the later. Even if there's ostensibly easier courses, you still have the pressure on you that you don't get the chance to do a bad race. Well, You know,
Right.
get those
Right.
easy ones out of the way. That way you can just have some wiggle room for the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
some games that's not the case. Some games that's definitely not the best way to do it. But yeah, I can see how this game would be better that way.
Yeah, and also for the weather, you know, you have more days to get worse weather, and I still think it is more likely to get worse weather. Though, in this recorded circuit, I get beautiful weather.
Oh.
I think I only get like sunny or cloudy, which again, completely random, but lucky for me.
Yeah.
I would say the tracks, if you get bad weather, the tracks to save that for are either Lost Temple Lagoon, this one, or if you get like rainy or stormy weather, do that on Arctic Bay. Because one, the snow is nowhere near as bad as like pelting rain. And two, the expert version actually does not take you to the place where there would be giant waves in that environment. So it's actually much less of an effect on you to have bad weather on Arctic Bay than it is to have bad weather on Southern Island. You know?
Yeah, where you would be hit by those big waves.
Yeah.
That's
yes.
interesting. It's good to know.
Yeah, I mean, so Lost Temple, I mean, I just know it well enough that I can try something that doesn't work right at the end. You know, try something for the first time that doesn't work out and not have it screw me.
Yeah.
I obviously, in my heart, I wanted this to be, you know, real good races entirely across the board where I just dominated each one and I looked like a master at the game. But that's not going to happen. You know, you're going to see some things work out, go not so great over the course of this, which is more accurate to, you know, when you'll try it. So,
and it's more cinematic too.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like you know, like in a movie, it would be really, really lame if the hero just had smooth sailing the whole way through.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess it could be not lame depending on the movie. I don't know.
Another thing that, you know, really helps in this game's favor is that there's, you know, some actual activity for it. You can watch other people's, you know, expert championship recordings or watch people's speed runs of it. And
oh man,
well,
the speedruns, yeah.
Yeah, one, like I said, basically everyone will pick Ryota for doing a full expert championship. Both, you know, you might see on some one-lap time trials or something, you might see David or Rob come out, but just for that consistency, you'll see same people. But that, yeah, it always helps when there's more activity. You know,
Yeah.
when I have to go into a game blind, that's, you know, when I have the hardest time with it. So, all right, Southern Island, I've missed 3 buoys entirely by accident that I was not expecting.
Oof.
And that's because, well, 2 of them, those thick waves, you know, carried me on the wrong side of a buoy. And on one of them, I got crashed by the AI and just really unfortunately, you know, my jet ski fucking went sideways.
Yeah.
You know, and did a fucking 360.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, these waves, especially right here, really kill you. So, it's lap 2 and I can't miss another buoy. And none of those.
Oh my god, that's tense.
None of this is intended. I did not intend to miss any of the 4 that I missed.
Yeah, yikes.
Maybe again, with tens of hours of practice, I'd have this way more under my belt, but I did not play this game as a kid, and this is for other people who maybe didn't play it.
I can imagine how frustrated you were during this recording.
This did not make me mad.
Huh.
You know, like,
That is scary as fuck.
I know. Obviously, I was very, like, concentrated mode,
Right.
and started really trying to play it safe.
Yeah, no fucking
Here.
around.
No fucking around. But, like, this wasn't making me yell or shout or something, but, like, watch this right at the end. Like, I get kicked around by an AI, once again, way overcorrect. Actually go out of the course, but luckily it gives you a few seconds to get back. And so, out of all that, I still get fourth.
Oh, yeah. I mean, as long as you finish the race and get some points, you know.
Yeah, I
It's
get
like,
one buoy away from getting 0 points, you know, not even halfway through the race.
Yeah.
But then still just
through the
clutch it out.
championship,
But yeah, I didn't get mad. Now, if you watch my initial stream, my first stream, where I was getting my ass kicked by hard mode, yeah, I was getting frustrated. But that's again because maybe I thought you had to play really well. You know, and this is where kind of what I was saying, where I'm glad that no AI is your rival or, you know, right behind you, or gets second if you get first and gets first if you don't.
Right.
I'm glad no one does that, because, you know, you can have flaws. You can have bad moments and not be resigned to, well, I didn't play this perfectly. It's time to
it's time to quit. I'm
to quit and
fucked.
restart. You know, I think the moments in these kind of games that have really pissed me off are like, I'm thinking back to MTX Moto Tracks. I'm thinking back to Mad Dash Racing, where I had to play perfectly or I'd get fucked.
God, Mad Dash Racing.
So I'm just, and that was just for one course.
I
But
haven't thought about that game ever, even
for some
during
reason,
the recordings.
We've made 2 references to that game in this game's LP. And
Maybe
like,
we should re-LP Mad Dash Racing.
No.
Of all the games to go back and re-LP.
But that is why I'm really thankful that, you know, there isn't an AI that's basically playing perfect behind you.
I have a question that I should have asked earlier. Can AIs get eliminated for missing buoys?
I don't know. I don't.
Because
think
I've
so.
noticed, like, on some of the, like, scoreboards or whatever, you'll see, like, at least on the earlier championships, you would see there would be, like, 6 or 7 placed racers and then, like, 3 or 4 spots that, at the bottom that were just, like, nobody. And I was like, why do they have more spots if there's only 8 racers? But maybe there was, like, I don't remember off the top of my dome.
I think sometimes, like, the AI in the back of the pack can get, like, way behind from almost kind of ironically the rubber banding that's trying to catch them back up is making them go so fast that they make more and more errors. Especially I could see that happen on Aspen Lake with all the rocks. But I don't think the AI ever retires from missing too many buoys. I think it's just like, if you see 6 people have crossed the finish line, but you're waiting and waiting, you just have to wait more for 7th and 8th to finally make it.
Yeah. And there's no indicator on the right side when you miss a buoy, because there's a big miss on screen, you know. But
Yeah. So, like...
see, like, there, the 7 and 8, right? Those are green, but on some of the races, I think it was in hard mode, they were red. That's why I was thinking maybe...
I'll have to go back and look.
Yeah, I don't know.
But anyway, Ocean City Harbor, I'd say, is... In fact, some of these expert mode courses are, I'd say, easier than the hard mode. Or, like, have much more obvious shortcuts. And again, not those intentional shortcuts pointed out by the game, but much more obvious good buoys to skip. Like Ocean City there, you know, on the back straightaway, you had to carve back and forth and back and forth. And so naturally you're like, what if I just
Cut one
don't
of these,
on
yeah.
one of those? And boom, like if you do that all 3 laps, you've saved yourself a good bit of time. So yeah, once again, I got great weather. I didn't have to deal with storms or such, but on Arctic Bay, you know, it wouldn't be as much of a problem. Now, maybe a good bonus to do is that there are codes in this game. Not necessarily just cheat codes, but also codes to... They were part of, like, Nintendo Power tournament events.
Okay.
They were part of Nintendo Power Tournaments events. So, like, programmed into the game is a code where, if you put that in, it'll put you on Expert Championship, where every level is stormy.
Oh.
And a according to the, tournament, you had to play as Rob Hayward, but the code doesn't make you do that. You can pick anyone. But still, so, maybe a good bonus to show off would be doing that and seeing the Stormy version of every expert level.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And seeing exactly how much it can change. I will say, for Arctic Bay, there is a big but very risky shortcut off to the right here that I do not take because I'm doing pretty well in this championship. And if I miss it, it's definitely going to put me in the back of the pack. But once again, going this way, this shortcut doesn't make you miss any buoys. I'm intentionally choosing to miss the left buoy.
But you don't
afterwards.
have to miss that one.
Yeah. Right.
Huh.
But yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
This game looks... In your first stream, partly because you were so frustrated, and also because, I don't know, I was hardly paying attention. This game looked jank as fuck. But it's actually really good, I gotta say.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you just have to put more time into it.
Yeah.
I obviously hadn't put any time into it the first time, and maybe I still haven't put enough time into it. I've put enough time into it to be able to record and pass and beat expert mode when I want to. And that is all that I'm going to do. I'm not going to keep playing this game to become fucking speedrunner or something, but, so once again, a little, bump, a little down point in the plot of, I guess, this expert mode is kind of getting boned on that one corner and not being able to make it back up.
Yeah. Danger.
Also, I just kind of want to point out, every time, your guy is next to someone else and your guy, tries to kick them or do something, I'm not inputting anything.
They just do that.
That's just, an animation that activates, which is kind of weird, because it's I don't think you do anything to them when that happens.
So it's just okay.
Just animation.
A visual
right.
thing. It doesn't... Okay.
So, La Raza, I saved this till the end. Not because I was, super confident that I'd do well, but because it was, in a way, once again, it was okay, let me see where I'm at overall. God. Yeah, once again, Ryota is going to lose some of those AI interactions.
And look at that. See, this is intense, right? This is cinematic.
Yeah.
If they were making a movie, Ryota gets absolutely ganked on the first turn. Not even the first turn. Just leaving the starting area. And then it's oh my god, he's gonna cut corners.
Alright, so if you guys haven't seen La Raza on expert mode, if this is your first time watching Wave Race Blue Storm, you guys need... See, I didn't do anything but get a kick. You guys need to go watch, a speed run of this, a 1 lap or 3 lap record. Because, with Ryota... I'm not doing this very well, obviously. This is very hard. But, with Ryota, you can get some of these corners to go, perfectly. That was entirely an accident, by the way.
The tricks?
Yeah, that trick. Huh. You can get, some of these corners to go perfectly. When you're taking that, straightaway canal shortcut, and you have to do the super tough turn right after, you can have it perfectly turned so that you're immediately lined up for the turn after.
Huh.
I cannot do that. I'm not good enough to do that. Oh, but I do want to point out another reason that Ryota's good. Oh, right here, you can turn and get it just like that, and then get all this shit perfectly. So you're and that was an accident as well. And okay, so let me explain why that's happening. Because the game, you go to the tutorial, it tells you how to turn, and it tells you some other ways to turn tighter, lean into your turns, or do this, do that. But there's a secret fourth thing you can do that's not a game mechanic it needs to tell you about. It's just more a common sense thing, which is let off the gas. I was, in my first stream, I was always holding down the gas. I never didn't hold down the gas. When sometimes the best way to make sure you take a turn sharp or something is to just let off the gas for a little bit. And then kind of gun it again, and you get that little sort of boomerang sort of thing. Like right there, I'm pretty sure was where like I wasn't turning wide enough, so I just let off the gas for a second and then re-hit the gas. It's just like such a small thing, but it doesn't, it's not really an intuitive thing.
That's part of why I'm so bad at these kinds of games, racing games, extreme sports games, or whatever. I'm really bad at, like, conscientiously using the controls to my advantage. So, like, oh man, this would be the moment in the movie where it's like, oh fuck.
Yeah. So I had to take that sick ass shortcut a second time, but
yeah,
I mean, got me second.
Yeah, like I don't know, it's like extreme sports games. You have to kind of like, especially games where it's like they penalize you for doing the same move over and over. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm not keeping track of which button combinations I've pressed or what tricks line up with which combinations. So it's like, I don't know. So like, in racing games, I have a really bad habit of just hitting the gas the whole time. Even if I mean to not do that, I still end up doing it.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, just sometimes, I don't think there's a brake button. But sometimes just letting off the gas, slowing yourself down enough to, be able to have a bit more control, is the secret. So anyway, we're on to the expert mode only final course, Strong Water Keep. And after what you've been through, everyone says this, and I gotta agree, Strong Water Keep is easy. Or at least it's not a hard race to run. The AI might, still be doing really well. You can't just coast, but it's, especially right after like La Raza, if you save La Raza for last, this is just like, oh, I just weave around buoys in open water kind of thing. But yeah, so I guess where I was getting with all that is, that letting off the gas is a good idea, but also to do any of the on-water tricks, you have to let off the gas. So if you accidentally do the wrong thing with your control stick, you'll start doing a on-water trick, which is kind of unfortunate, but whatever. Alright, so Strong Water Keep. Yeah, it's like a castle kind of level, and on the second lap, coming up here, the gate will open, and you can go in the gate, and it's full of obstacles, and I'm actually not sure how good a shortcut it is. No one ever seems to use it. But there is a shortcut where you can go somewhat through the castle, and then a sick-ass jump. Yeah.
See, this... I'm always watching, like, whenever I'm watching these videos and, like, commentating for them, I'm always, like, thinking about, like, is there a way I can incorporate some of these ideas into D&D stuff? Because, like, I'm always looking for D&D inspiration or whatever. And this is kind of making...
a bit shit. Watch this. So, I get tapped by the AI, which
just
knocks
barely
me in the air
knocks
a
you
bit.
off, yeah.
Tapped by the AI knocks me in the air a bit, so my turn doesn't go when I want it to. It goes later than I want it to, and so I turn out of the way of the ramp, and I just fuck myself that way.
Yeah.
But oh well, I already was up in points.
Yeah, you.
That one was, yeah. Anyway, no, dude.
The movie would end. Let me just say, the movie would end before this. The movie
You've been
would
working
end
on D&D Mario Kart for like 4 fucking months. Do not try to do D&D Wave Race.
No, I'm not doing D&D Wave Race. But what I was thinking was, like, it would be kind of cool if there was like a sunken castle, right? And instead of starting at the bottom of the castle and working your way up the floors, you start on the top floor. And then you have to go further and further down through the drowned castle,
Oh, yeah. Like, would you get, like, I don't know, something of water breathing or something?
Maybe, like, one player would get that to kind of make it a little bit easier, but, like...
Yeah.
And that would have to happen, like, halfway through the dungeon, but there would be, like, rooms that are not flooded that you could maybe get to. I'm not really sure how the layout would work with that, but...
Yeah. So, anyway, I kinda took a dookie on that last race, but again, I was up enough in points after doing consistently well to where I still got first.
Flanked by ya ladies.
Serena Del Mar, yeah.
Second place is. Yeah.
It's kind of like, Ayumi Stewart. Oh, shit! Get him,
nice.
Get him, Ryota. So Ayumi Stewart is also really balanced, but I don't see anyone play her for like expert mode videos. And I gotta admit, I went with Ryota because I saw everyone else pick Ryota. But Ayumi might be another decent option. So yeah, for getting first place in expert mode, the final championship. Well, one, you get the credit sequence, but I cut that out because I was like 7 minutes. It's decent to watch. It's cool to watch. But also, then in time attack, you can pick any weather for any version of the track.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like, but that only happens if you get first in expert mode. If you get second or third, you don't unlock this. But like time attack,
oh man,
you have all of the weather options. So yeah,
damn.
Like I've seen some versions of the other levels, like on Aspen Lake, rainy or stormy. Like the water level will increase up to where it actually goes above some of the rocks that would be in your way. So in a way, maybe that's a good option to pick, since some of those slalomy things are straightaways now. But I still think Aspen Lake Sunny is like the perfect test of like, are you in tune with your character?
Yeah.
So I would still say that's kind of the best thing to do. And also, free roam. You can ride around all these courses in free roam.
But you can only do them in sunny.
Right. They don't give you wet weather in free roam, which some of them, like Strongwater Keep, it's like there's really not much to it aside from the course. But in some of the other versions, like, especially like, maybe I'll show this off in a bonus video too, like La Raza, it's kind of cool riding around there and going like, oh, okay, so this was a path you took in the hard version but blocked off in the expert version. Like, this is how it comes together, since it might not be as obvious. But yeah, so that's where I'm leaving you guys with this video. I'll definitely do a video showing off some of stunt mode, and so I need to think, do I want to show off free ride or time trial with bad weather, or that championship code where it's all bad weather? Yeah, something like that. I'll need to think about that. There is a lot of good bonus video potential. I just need to think about what would be best to show. But yeah, that's my expert mode. There were some great moments. There were some moments, but once again, just pick a character, learn them well enough. Definitely time trial each track like several times at least, and hopefully you'll get through. Thanks for watching.